What's happening, everybody? Josh here from Spawn Fly Fish, and today we got a really cool little one that we're going to tie up here on camera, featuring our Spawn Super Select feathers, Northern Shoveler in the chestnut color feather. So we got a bunch of options for these Northern Shovelers, but wanted to feature this one on the vise today. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, in the vise we have an Ahrex FW550 size number 8, and we have the Hairline Insta Jig Tungsten head in Mottled Brown. This is the 3/16 size, and these things are awesome, especially fishing the style of jig flies that we like to fish here in Southwest Washington. I'm going to come in with some lead-free wire wraps, 0.05, and I am going to just pinch that off with my fingers. I have a big gash in my fingers from cutting there, so with some bad scissors, or some good scissors, great scissors actually. So it's a little bit harder for me today, but I'll figure it out, and I will get that in there slowly but surely. Alrighty, so we're going to push that Insta Jig head back. We got one little wrap there that needs to be coiled over. Slide it in. Alright. Foundation set. We're going to come in with some thread. Today we're using Danville 210, and we are tying on the super cool new Stonfo bobbin. The more I tie on this thing, the more I love it. Alright, just throwing some thread wraps in, and I'm going to be, for the first time in a long time, very mindful of each thread wrap today. So I'm going to make sure that I do a very good job in maintaining exactly the amount of thread that I want per the fly that I will be tying. Alright, so we have some wool here in orange, and we are going to create a little hotspot tag end that we all know that these fish go crazy for. And I'm just going to tie that on. Really solidify those wraps. Perfect. Bring it up. And I'll come in here and snip this off. And I will work that down right to behind where that lead-free wire started. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to really clean this up with some thread wraps. You don't want those fibers protruding out. As you can see, I got a couple on your side. I'm just going to lean over a little bit. Again, just cleaning this up, try and make sure that I'm mindful of where my thread is and what I'm doing with each wrap. Alright, we're getting pretty good, getting a really even underbody here, and bring that down. Foundation, again, being laid for this fly. Just come in there and trim up that tag end. Alright. Next thing we're going to do here is we got some soft wire from Uni, and we have brown and gold. We got 2 strands here. It'll be really, really nice. And we are going to come in here. I'm just going to stick those behind that Insta Jig head, keeping them on top. Like so. I have quite a bit of wire here, which is a good thing. Learned that from Pete. You can always use extra. Alright, so I'm going to lift those straight up. I'm going to make sure those are together, and I'm going to maintain pressure as I wrap this wire around this body. Make sure that pressure stays and that those wires don't separate. And that's why it's really important to have that even underbody. turn that back into view for you once I got that first wrap. Making sure that it looks good. Trying to go nice and slow, get good wraps, all the while checking, making sure the wraps are going the way that I want them to. Just take your time on this. There's no need to hurry. And we want it to have a really, really cool wire body here. If you mess up a wrap, just bring it back. So far, I'm not doing so, but it definitely happens. We got a little bump on my side. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but that comes from poor thread wraps on my end. It looks like we were able to mitigate that. Again, just take your time. Make this thing look cool. It's not a hard fly to tie. So make sure you do it justice. Oop, as you can see right there, so it split a little bit. I'm just going to back that up. Make sure that soft wire maintains a connection with itself. Perfect. Exactly that. Just start it over. And continue to work your way up. Got one separation here again. And Yahtzee. Alright, I'm just going to speed a couple of these wraps up for my end. You guys get the picture. And I will bring that over. Sweet. Alrighty, I'm going to come in here, trim off that tag end, push these back, and wrap it all down. So far, pretty good. Could use a little cleaner, but you get the picture. And this thing is already looking pretty fishy. So, why I really wanted to tie this fly today. A bunch of reasons. But, more than anything, we have a whole bunch of northern shoveler. So, we have different types of feather, different colors of feather, and different packs of feathers. So, this is a 1 gram pack. As you can see, you get a whole mess of them. So a lot of times the tyers, depending on what they're tying, are looking for these really cool barring, very, very beautiful color. What I really like are some of these quote-unquote less desirable for certain types of flies. But this chestnut colored feather here, it is just beautiful. It does a really, really good job as a little soft hackle. And the feathers are just super soft. So really wanted to feature this, and what we're going to do today is we're going to use this to finish up this fly, and you'll see it just really brings it to life in amazing fashion. So there's some really cool natural colored Spawn Super Select feathers that we have, and this is a must for those of you that are looking to try something new. I'm going to get this just a little wet with my saliva. Keep that out of the way. Bring that up. There we go. Holy moly. There we go. Sweet. One more rapid front, and I'll come back behind. I'm going to trim out that tag end. This is kind of unruly, likes to get in the way, but it's only for a little while. The finished product is oh so worth it. So we have that set. Of course, you know, we're tying a fly here. Got to incorporate as many spawn products as possible. So we got this spawn super select feather, and we're going to come in here with some spawn Simi seal and sand dab. And this is just going to really bring this to life. So we're going to start just behind the bead. We're going to wrap our way back. Getting it nice and tight in there. And we are going to go back over the wire. We're not going to stop right where our wire stopped. We're going to go back over it just a couple wraps. It's going to really just bring that kind of bushy thorax to life here. Another tip I learned from Pete. And then we're going to bring this forward. And as we get to the last wrap, we're going to get one wrap in front. Just add a teeny bit more. The dubbing needle, we just need a little bit. There we go. Alrighty. And now we're going to wrap that feather. Gonna brush these back. Gonna try and get at least a wrap and a half, maybe 2 wraps. But this chestnut color is just perfect. Being very mindful of this. Take your time. Again, you can pump these out pretty fast, or you can take your time and just really get it right. That's what I'm going for. Alright, that's going to do it right there. Come in with my scissors and trim out that feather. And then I'm just going to clean it up and give it a little whip finish. A little head cement, and we will be good to go. Make sure it looks pretty decent on your side. So far so good. And that thing is going to absolutely crush fish. So, throwing a whip finish here. One more for good measure. Hungry cutthroat are going to be eating this baby. And every now and then they got some sharp teeth on them. Sweet. That really does it. Again, featuring a specific feather here from the Northern Shoveler out of our Spawn Super Select feathers. And this thing is absolutely going to get eaten. We hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit like, hit subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.